I'm gonna record in the hotel next time.
So it's time for Patrick to show us what the fuck he got. We're tired, very, very tired. We woke up at 4 a.m. to go and drop Ben off at the airport this morning, and it is now currently 7:30. He's got an entire bag there. I put everything in there with his pickups, and it's very heavy, so yeah.
Yeah. That's probably very good to do for my back. I got a Mario plush from Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's. You got that for 900 tickets.
I decided to pick this up. This is the PlayStation Classic that needs to go in my bag with my shit.
Yeah. Since it's modded now.
Yes, it's modded.
Oh, it itself isn't modded, but he's got the USB stick with it.
USB stick.
So
it's all good and runs well.
Yeah, I kind of packaged everything in there as well as it would fit without damaging anything.
Before I pull something out, it's just completely crashed.
Just be careful pulling stuff out.
Yeah, orange juice too.
He picked up orange juice, yes.
Yeah. I can't go in order where I picked this up.
Yeah.
I don't remember half the shit. I know I got this from Rich.
Snowboard Kids, not the fucking second one.
Yeah, that one's it's expensive. I got the first one. It was a very nice, clean box one. I think I spent $40 on this. And I bought this, which also happened to be $40 because the fucking sticker's still on it. The reproduction thing of Star Fox 2. The game that never came out here in America.
Herman's upset about that one.
At least it never came out until
SNES Classic.
Yeah, SNES Classic.
It never came out, period. I don't think it completed like.
Yeah, it got pretty much. It was pretty much done. To like, yeah, no, we're not gonna release it. So I didn't open this at all. So we're just gonna do our first little quick load check, and that's it. Yeah, right there in a reproduction card. I'm assuming.
Looks like it.
Pretty authentic. So yeah, that was a nice little thing I picked up because I was like, okay, I got this physical.
Yeah.
Plus, it comes with this nice little neat box. It looks very official as well too. So.
Yeah, that's really neat looking.
I also picked up Brave Fencer Musashi. It looks like a weird RPG-esque thing because it's obviously from Square's house, so it's going to be like a weird action RPG-esque thing. It comes with the game here and also comes with another disc of 1998 Collector CD Volume 2 Final Fantasy VIII, a trial version I guess, like a little demo disc comes with it. Square Shop makes good RPGs, especially early on, so that's why I decided to get it. And then there's... I had to get this because I'm a big Ghost fan. I seen him just out recently, like, I think 3 or so weeks. It was like the beginning of October when I saw him live in concert just recently, so I was like, God damn it, I need this, which was at a weird table. It was at a table where they had a bunch of, like, replica swords, like, you know, they had, like, a giant-ass Buster one that weighed, like, 30 pounds from Cloud. They had a Trunk sword, they had a Sword Art Online Asuna one, they had Excalibur from the Fate series, Thundercats one, and then just a bunch of swords they had, and this was just sitting there randomly. I'm like, I also picked up this Nintendo Power, $10 for Mario Party 2, and it was it's a very rare, clean condition. I looked through it a little bit and I was like, damn, this is 100% clean, it's beautiful. And I'm trying to collect, like, not every Nintendo Power, just the ones that have, like, interesting covers or interesting things on it. And this pristine of condition, this good of a price, and really good game. I was like, I could pick it up. Official strategy guide of Nintendo Power for Star Fox 64, the player's guide. Another one of my personal favorites to play quite a bit. It's always a good game. You just pick up and play for, like, 40 minutes and done. This, pretty much tells you exactly like, oh, here's how you do this, oh, here's the maps, and it has like little neat maps and like trajectories, how your R-Wing should go, because it's an all-scrolling game. And yeah, it even tells you how amount of kills you need to get to earn the medal, so you can get hard mode or expert mode, or whatever you want to call them, the enemies on there, blah blah blah, this other stuff. And I also picked up this from Billy, I believe.
What is it?
I picked up Wild Guns. It's a very
good, that was from Billy.
That's a really good Super Nintendo game that nobody really knew about until it came on the WiiWare or the Wii Shop. like a little, sort of like side. Well, it's not really side scrolling. You stay in one place and just move your cursor around, but it's you see your characters in a third dimensional frame. But they hardly move except for you can just like dodge roll and shit with them, but you mainly just move a cursor around. It's a very good game. Got Jordan's favorite things, more VHS tapes.
More fucking VHS tapes.
For Pokemon Forever, which obviously I'm just gonna assume it's the 4th movie, taking place.
No, that's the one with Celebi.
Yeah, this is Gen 2, because I see. I think that's Suicune, the ice one. Water fucker on the cover there. Suicune, so recently just played through Gen 2, so I'm like, okay. Plus it says on the cover there. So I got $2. I was like, cool.
$2 on that?
$2 on that, that's good. Speaking of one, I got the movie before that, one of my personal favorites, Pokemon the Movie 3 with Entei. I remember watching this quite a bit when I was younger. It has that Pikachu and Pichu little short feature they have before that, and then they do the little Entei movie part. $2 movie, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I enjoyed watching it as a kid, and you know what, I want to collect VHS tapes of things I enjoy. Pretty sure either at the same booth I got Pokemon Movie 3, I also picked up this Mario and Luigi, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which Mario and the Luigi kid, you know. I had just like an episode or so on there, you know. Just not gonna collect every single one of them, just nice to have like one of, like, you know, a couple of them. You know, I didn't really grow up too much watching this, but I did watch a few episodes here and there. And I did not watch this at all growing up, but, you know, fuck it, why not? Legend of Zelda cartoon series that they usually air like right after the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. As a
Excuse me, princess.
That 3 episodes says approximately 70 minutes, so you know that's good. And then the same table I got the Star Fox 2, which is Kingsley's table. I also picked up Bomberman 64, the second attack. You know, very clean condition. I can trust Kingsley because he seems to be a reliable source, and it's got this little case for it too. Bundle stuff, few stuff here and there together, and got quite a couple bucks off. You know, quite a decent amount of bucks. I also got this Hot News N64 Insider's Guide to Nintendo 64. On the back, the cover shows Jet Force Gemini and Donkey Kong 64 as the address of 4820 150th Avenue Northeast in Redmond, Washington, which is obviously probably some old stuff that Nintendo used, quarters or whatnot, so little guides I'm assuming for these games, so it's like, cool. It's always neat to have VHS video game related stuff, so I believe Jordan has the exact same tape in there too.
I believe so, yeah.
Here I also picked up a Japanese Mario Party 9, very clean, has some the inserts and everything, and you know, this game different from like the one we got here, I believe. It's very similar, if not there's a couple changes here and there, but relatively the cover art's the same, the back I'm pretty sure it's the same too. And I also picked up this really weird football anime game, and I was just looking at that, I'm like, oh, this looks neat, so I was like, cool. Something to show to watch a bit. Ben had the name of it and I forgot, something 21.
I don't remember.
She's here to regale me with it. He doesn't. Okay. And then at a table that was right next to Kingsley, I finally picked up Mario and Sonic Rio 2016, which this game was expensive for a very long time. It was going for like $80 plus for whatever the hell reason. But I got a good deal, you know, $30. So I was like, saw that, I was like, oh hell yeah. So I believe this is the cheapest I found. I saw it at the convention too, because the other ones selling like 40, 35, up and above. But I'm glad I finally got this game. I didn't pay $80 for it when it was a few years ago, but I got it cheaper. And then I also picked up this PlayStation 4 waifu-looking game. It seems to be like a weird-esque fighting game. It's called Nitro Blasters Heroines Infinite Duel, I believe it's called. It's made by the people of Marvelous, so it just looks like a weird, wacky anime waifu fighting game. So I'm like, okay, I guess we'll add another collection for $12. I also picked up this. You know, I could have got Blue Dragon for Xbox 360 because buddy Connor was playing this as a good game. Yeah, not the best condition, whatever.
Not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst, it's not the best. It's kind of like 4 out of 10. And then while also there at Scott's table, also picked up Xenosaga Episode 1, Der Willy zur Macht. The precursor to what eventually would be Xenoblade on the Nintendo Wii, so a few Xenosaga games here with Cosmos, who makes an appearance in Xenoblade 2, I know. She's apparently one of the rarest blades. And the reason it's taped like this is because on the back it has, limited edition movie DVD there. So they included that, which is nice because there's not room for it in there, obviously. So, they just had to throw that extra thing in there, so that was pretty nice. Keep looking for boxed for Mario Party 3, and I can never find it, but I did get was this nice WCW NWO Revenge one, so I can have an official complete copy in there, because as you can see I already put the manual in there that I forgot here, so yeah, and finally put that together in form of box. I also picked up from Scott, I also got Super Bomberman for the Super Nintendo, because I like Bomberman stuff, good games, series. And another VHS tape of Banjo-Kazooie. The new adventure begins June 29th, 1998, so just slightly older than this. But
Yay! Interruptions and jump cuts.
I'm trying to see what the hell is this. It's like W-A-I-F, waif. Like whatever the hell that word underneath there is, like waif.
An innocent waif is kidnapped. The fuck is a waif? I'm guessing they're referring to
his sister, like sibling. What the fuck is a waif? A homeless, neglected, or abandoned person, especially a child.
Yeah, and also
person
like
who is thin or looks unhealthy or uncared. What the?
Also, it's like an old French term for a stray beast. What that doesn't make any sense. An innocent. Okay, so an innocent waif is kidnapped. An evil witch consumed unless she was the waif, but like what? That doesn't make any sense.
Are they trying to say Banjo's a terrible sibling and doesn't feed his sister like he should be?
I guess so, maybe.
That is bizarre. I also got from Billy the second day, I picked up Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn, which is really good on sort of like Star Fox-esque game as well.
It's a shoot 'em up.
Yeah, to shoot 'em, long rail shoot 'em up. It's a very good game.
See, what's causing shoot 'em ups is.
I also picked up from Billy too. I don't know why the hell he had this, but just looked interesting. The premium edition of YS1 Chronicles for.
A's 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't know why he has this. And it's just includes a game and exclusive musical selection CD. So plus it comes in this big box, so that's cool. Keep saying yeah, that's it for VHS games. I pull out more. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
There's more in there.
I also picked up Earthworm Jim, Conquering Worm. Volume 2 of Earthworm Jim, because it's video game related, so why the hell not? It's interesting to see like game shows, how much shows get video games, and how interesting they were back then. Because almost anything with a game, I guess, popular enough would have got a TV show. Pokemon Gold version. I'm trying to collect Pokemon games for myself. I'm only collecting up to ones I played, so I was trying to look out for Crystal, couldn't find it, but I found Gold and remembered after Ben brought up the list, I'm like, oh yeah. So I got that for our buddy Vinny, which he'll be. I'll get some time later down the line, I don't know when. Yeah, and at the convention I also picked up some Switch games, because I like collecting physical Switch games and whatnot. I picked up Windjammers, which I believe I got this from the guy right next to Kingsley's tables, because I heard this is actually a pretty fun game to play and whatnot. Real neat manual and insert and everything. That's cool. Need more physical Switch games. And I also got Bendy and the Ink Machine. Because the physical copy only available at GameStop. Plus it's sealed. Got a pretty good deal on that. I also picked up Bloodstained and the Ritual of the Night. Physical. I know it's a lot better on Steam, PS4. It's better on everything else, and Switch has problems, but I don't care. I want physical Switch games. I also picked up this weird Soul Dam Drop Connect Erase. It's literally space, like Right, just drop, comma, connect, drop, erase. Sort of like a weird Puyo anime-esque game. It's literally just like puzzle. I'm assuming there. It's like $10 new. So I picked up like this weird thing. So it was $10. It's still sealed. So that's pretty neat. The last name is Bendy Machine.
But did you get Crayola Scoot the Burbs?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
it was
you
like
did?
yeah, it was 15, and then I think it was like 20 or so, and they dropped to $5, and it's sealed. I was like, fucking, I don't care.
Scoot the Burbs.
It's not a good game. I also picked up this little Waluigi figure because it was like $5. I was like, okay, that's from Retribution Games. Also picked up from Kingsley was this Uno that we never played.
I got it for free, I believe.
Yeah, I got it for free along with your backpack since I bought the
Yeah.
2 expensive things from him.
Yeah.
Or expensive thing, one was normal-esque thing. So, yeah, I'm trying to see other things I got at Retropalooza for more. I got this. Now I got other shit. And that's just the thing for the PlayStation Classic. I also picked up more Atari Jaguar games, which the only I had was Iron Soldier. So I technically got 3 games out of this, but I got Cannon Fodder, Flashback, The Quest for the Identity, Iron Soldier, and Iron Soldier 2 for the Atari Jaguar. I love going to Retro Circuit City. They are pretty good to have their collection stuff, ROMs on here. They got NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, N64, now Atari Jaguar stuff. They also had some Game Gear games, I believe, too.
Yeah, I think they do.
They just keep expanding more things that they make available, which is good. And then I also finally picked this up from. Oh, that was never mind. That's right. I also picked up from Scottsdale. Also picked up Goemon's Great Adventure. I just saw one of the pickups video. I think it was Shears Dallas. I think it was Dallas when I picked up the original Goemon, Mystical Ninja Story Goemon. So I picked up the sequel, made by Konami for the Nintendo 64.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
Not a lot of people do. Also from the Retro Circuit, I also picked up Bomberman the Arcades edition for 64. It's not just another cute little style Bomberman game. And then I also finally picked up Pokemon Red, which is the first Pokemon game I played and actually completed as of recently. So I completed this. I completed Crystal, which is technically considered a complete edition, even though some Pokemon are region locked from each game. That's 10. So and then now I'm on Emerald. I'm almost done with Emerald on the post games. I've caught all the Reggies, caught the 3 legendaries, caught Latias, the red one.
Latias.
And that's all I've done post game stuff. So stuff that people that you know that probably played post game and try doing at least the majority of the stuff, you know what I have to do next, and I don't. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. There's more in there. So yeah, same booth Jordan likes getting his posters from. I got there were 2 for $10. And Marino's tempted. I just told Marino to buy them, and then I was getting 2 out, and he essentially just basically paid these for me, so it was nice of him. So I got the Luigi's Mansion one, that was really nice, and then I got the last Paper Mario 1000 Year.
Oh, I wish I would have gotten that one.
It was there day 1, and he didn't pick it up, so.
I should have.
Yeah, we were there pretty much. It was pretty much our first table we stopped by with day 2. I picked up the last 1000 Year Door one. So I was like, okay, I'll take that. That's fine. Next time Jordan should probably just
buy it right off the bat.
Yeah, right off the bat. You see, it's like, oh wait, like Jordan,
Yeah.
don't. These are basically gonna be same stuff. They're gonna be Game Chasers posters that Jordan had. Jordan had picked up season 1. However, I got season 3, season 4, and to top it off, season 2. I got all the season posters right here with the same glossy finish as the poster that we had over here with our gaming ones that Jordan likes to keep picking up. So I'm not sure if they're done by the same people. I wouldn't be surprised if they are, but
Could be.
yeah.
They're just really nice. They have a very nice acrylic type finish.
Yeah, and they have a nice glossy look too. Something that I didn't expect to get at a gaming convention, but I picked up this Troy Polamalu statue because there's a few of them there, like few these Steelers statues figures there. I looked over, I was like, huh. Looked over, talked to the guy there. He happens to be a Steelers fan. Had a few minutes of a conversation. I just picked this one up because, you know, it was my favorite one there. Because I did enjoy Polamalu. He was a really, really, really good safety. Kept down the field and He wasn't stupid. Didn't do anything dumb outside of the thing. Kept to himself. He's pretty much the embodiment of what a perfect.
Also, those posters are underneath the backpack, underneath your pile of shit that you're piling up there.
And it's tradition, you know, I picked up the Rush Close 7 shirt. You know, I get one of those each year that I'm actually at. Wait till last day, and got $5 off, got for 10, so it's like good. Because theoretically I could have probably been a lazy shit and wait till the next convention, but I don't want to. And I also picked up a new 8-Bit Eric shirt, like this. It's basically the same one I have, but it's black and white, like NWO, which is funny thing, he told us how he got this, because it was done by complete accident. He's like, he was trying to prepare for the con, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna need more of those black and white ones, which is his old like 8-Bit Eric Club one with the guns and pretty much Bullet Club one. But the person making his shirt thought he's like, oh, you mean the black and red one, but black and white. So he just made a bunch of those. He's like,
an accidental new design for Retro Plaza only.
Okay, I guess I have these shirts now. Which I mean, it makes sense because it makes a lot of sense because this is the more popular like black and white NWO than NWO pack, which is black and red. From Greg from Game Bros. Panasonic 3DO, which this thing is, and it's quite heavy. They had two of them there. They had this one, they had the Gold Star one, which by the time, like halfway through day one, both of them are gone, or the other one was gone, so I picked this up. Paid $100 for it. You know, it's from Greg, so I trust him. He's a very good source. The other one looked like a weird like DVD player and whatnot. It's weird because they have like things wired in the back, the power cable, so that's...
Yeah, it's hardwired. You don't get to replace or plug in a power cable. It's just hardwired in there.
Plus, instead of actually having like normal AVI cables, you have to have like a whole set of these to go in the back.
It's just a composite cable plugged in the back.
Yeah, composite. And the controller, I got two, you know, looks like a basic Genesis one. You know,
yeah, a nice controller.
3 ones. L&R, which, interestingly enough, as you can see at the bottom here, it has one controller port. So, you can play up to at least most majority of them are pretty much 2-player games. I don't think there's more than that. So how the hell do you do that? Well, if you remove this cap cover here, there's right there. So you have to dangle chain, pretty much plug in your other controller, second player.
Daisy chain.
Yeah, I got fucking dicky chain all this shit together. Like that. And just, oh yeah, here a mess of cords, because we want to be innovative. Things. Picked up some nice, you know what's a poster, this one. Interestingly, but this one's I like this one a lot more. It's a very good design of Mega Man, switch colors and whatnot. Mega Man X obviously had a inspiration from that. I also picked up this one, and then there's another one. It's like a little poster thing for actual game covers. So this is from Star Fox 2. It's like they have a sale, it's like buy 2. And the one I wanted the most was this nice Spyro. There was Rage one. Very good. It's very cool and I like it.
Yeah.
And finally, I picked up this plush of Ludwig von Koopa. For my buddy of his, because that's his favorite Koopaling. I also picked up this Splatoon backpack for him. I know he really likes it. It's like $15. I was like, okay.
That's a nice looking backpack.
It is a nice looking backpack. And I believe
that's it for Retro Palooza, I think.
Retro Palooza stuff, yeah. Plus there's also a candy bone, I can tell. That's on the couch here. I also got this from Rich's Table, Splatoon candy.
What? Let me see. Let me hold this up to camera here. What?
I saw that in the bag, and I was keeping it to myself.
That is cool.
No, I mentioned it. I was like, oh, Splatoon candy. I didn't mention it to anyone else. I was waiting. Then he invited everyone up, so I went up there. I started looking around. It was like tilted like this with the thing. I was like looking around, I can't find it. I was like, fuck. And I spot like the little splat of it. You fucking ass. So I'm trying to find this, and if it tilts like that, I was like, fuck, can't find it. And then they built up like that. I was like, oh, there it is. So they're in there, and that's gonna be a special thing. So now that's out of the way. Now we get to the other stuff that we got. So we went to Game Exchange as our first stop. They had that was a pretty good store. Had quite a bit of stuff. I just didn't want to spend too much money. But they did have quite a few selections. One of the things there I picked up for our buddy Vinny was also Xenoblade Chronicles X. says 1665, but I didn't get it for that because for some reason I was checking out and they're like, oh, it's actually down to $13. I'm like, okay. There wasn't even on it. It's like, oh, it's actually this price now. It's like, cool. I already own it. He just needed it, so yeah, so I got that. I also picked up Dance Dance Mario Mix for the Nintendo GameCube. They had 3 different versions, and this one was the nicest one with the cleanest disc, or cleanest manual, cleanest case. I was like, I'll get that. So now I just gotta buy the dance pad for it, which I'm pretty sure is not gonna be cheap. And then they had a sale on like buy 2 get 1 free on $70.99 games, and they're all Wii games. One was Sonic and the Black Knight, which I heard it was it's very different, but a lot of people don't say it's...
It's not Sonic 06.
It's not Sonic 06. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be, it's basically supposed to be Sonic 06 for the Wii, unless there was this other one. One of these 2 were.
Which one?
One of these 2 Sonic games, the Wii that I have here, because it wasn't Colors, that was supposed to be 06, that came afterwards.
Yeah, Colors is very good.
Yeah, that was a good game. I do own that already. So yeah, Sonic the Black Knight, heard it's an okay game. Not the best, but it's not the worst. It's kind of like middle ground. And I also picked up Sonic and the Secret Rings, which I think this might have been the one that were trying to make 06, but they couldn't, so they just made a completely different game for the Wii. Interestingly enough, it's fine and dandy, and then I realized, oh, there's a Target exclusive one, for the same price as the regular one, so I'm like, why don't I just get the fucking Target exclusive one? Because, you know, I get your case and whatnot like that, but if you flip this over, you get an interactive, pretty much an interactive DVD of like one of the RG comics, which I thought was really cool. Plus, it's a label variant right here. Interactive Sonic Secret Rings comic book DVD, so it's nice. And then for my free game, I just got Saga de Amigo for Nintendo Wii, because you know it's a classic, one of the classic Sega franchises that was released on the Dreamcast. Had like the Maraca controllers and all. It was pretty cool. Then we went to we went to Retribution Games right after that, which obviously we didn't get footage there because they were coming back from Retripalooza and they had to like try to put everything back in there. I think we were like their first customer of the day. They're trying to like load their stuff they didn't sell at Retripalooza to get back in there. But we did talk to them for a little bit, and they did sell quite a bit of stuff there. So they said it was basically worth the trip. They made a profit, so that's good for them. So they did say they had a bunch of their stuff like trying to put back, but the stuff they did have we picked up. I picked up this Mario Party 5 Primus official guide. Very good.
I almost got one because they had another one. I almost got one, but it was $8. I was like,
Yeah, well,
it's too much for me.
Too much for you. I was like, whatever, I'll pay for this. Cause
$8 is a good price.
I do like this a lot. You know, pretty nice guide. I also picked up Manhunt 2, a very deranged psychotic game for made by Rockstar Games. Released on the Wii for a reason too, but it was released on PlayStation 2. I know. Maybe it was released for Xbox, but it's just a guide to help you guide through the game of this demented, very fucked up game. PC version's the best though, because it doesn't have a filter over the killing scenes, which if you look at it nowadays, it's very tame, but back in the day, they kind of had to do that, otherwise it would have been rated A, and it would be very hard to sell it. Which I'm pretty sure the PC version is rated A anyways, because they got rid of those filters and you could see the killings. And also I picked up this, it doesn't have a cover, or it does, but it doesn't tell you what it is, but it's essentially the first Gears of War player's guide. Which tells you the introduction, blah blah blah, how to get stuff, achievements, and just all those other neat things. One of the seasons, I got Gears 2 player's guide, so I was like, Gears 1, cool. And now I have the third one, which I think I have the fourth one out too. Pretty sure I do.
I think so, yeah.
One of us does.
You would, not me. I would have given it to you, I believe.
Yeah, so Gears 3, my favorite one of the series. God almighty. Yeah, this is a big guidebook. It says, go to achievements on page 316. It's a good fucking guide. Now, this has about over 300 pages of just a bunch of stuff. achievements, whatnot, maps. Like, oh, here's the versus maps. Here's what's on it normally. It's like, oh look, here's concept art. Fucking, oh look, here's what you do in the missions. Like, what the, jeez, there's a lot of stuff. It's a big, thick guide for a really big game because it's good. So now I have all the Gears guides now. So then last but not least, the Retribution games. I was looking and I saw this little variant for Jesus Christ, why did I say Star Fox? It's probably the Dragon Collector's Edition, because usually the Collector's Editions, if I remember correctly, it comes in like this little box thing that gets like the other 2 games in there, which I'm pretty sure I don't have or anything.
Pretty sure you don't, yeah. I've never seen you pick it up.
Well, I want to know if I picked it up here or somewhere at home, but yeah, it's a label variant at least, and if I can get like the box and get the other 2 that have this and complete it like that, would be really cool. Plus, it's just a good game in general, which I'm excited to play the originals back on my PlayStation Classics when I get back home, because now I can actually do that. Because they even have a collector's edition for Crash, which for some reason has Crash 3, Crash Team Racing, and Crash Bash. That was Retribution games, and then as we were pulling out of Retribution games, we stopped at Goodwill to see what they had stuff. Reno and Ben stayed behind to the little turds, but
Little bitches.
well, it sucks for them. I picked up very clean copies of 2 PlayStation 2 games. Sonic Heroes is the one that runs very bad, because GameCube one's superior from what I remember, and then Rayman 3, Rhythm Havoc. And it has like, you know, the Sega stuff in there. Still has the inserts, and this case is very, very clean. Like, it's, you know, there's like, you have to maybe play once or twice, there's a couple like used spots, but other than that it's clean, pristine. But this one's really clean and pristine because it barely even wants to open up. Very, very good. The disc, it's like hardly played. They probably like opened this up, played it once, and then put it back and never touched it again.
Probably.
So it's very pristine and clean, so, you know, if you pay the Goodwill price, I think they're like almost like
$4, I think.
$4 a piece, which is very good for those clean conditions. Went there, went to Galactic Games right after that, and yeah, I just wanted to pick something up. So I picked up Crash Team Racing for Tag Team Racing for PSP along with NFL Street 3. I was like, I'm gonna try to pick at least something up from every store, which I did. So that was Galactic Games. You know, it was something to drive out to. Probably won't go there again. Not worth the drive, but you know, it's, at least to visit once.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just average. Then we finally went to Game Over, which I actually didn't get games there this time. Surprisingly, I still got guidebooks. And since I picked this Rayman 3 up earlier, I was like, okay, let's get the guide for it, because why not? So I can just be like, okay. Because I do remember playing it a little bit when I was younger, but not too terribly far, so I'm gonna get that shot sometime. I also picked one up for Def Jam Vendetta, a very good wrestling game that was supposed to be WCW 2000. Then WCW got bought out. WWE didn't want to make the game, so they're like, okay, we have this pretty much thing here, what the hell are we gonna do with it? It's like, oh, just put rappers in it. But it's made by Aki, so it's got that same wrestling controls, wrestling grapples, Aki. Knows and loves. You know, it gives you a rundown of each character and their moves and whatnot and their strengths. So that's a good thing. And also, for the hell of it, I was like, why the hell not? I just picked up this guide of SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain, which basically details movesets of every wrestler if you wanted to do that. So
Chris Benoit.
yeah, what a wonderful one to pick up too. And also says their stats and their highlights underneath the bottom there. So
That's a really good cover there too.
yeah, fuck off. So I argue it's one of the best PlayStation 2 wrestling games of all time. You know, it's kind of hard to argue. It's really, really good. I think that was everything. 'Cause, yeah, that should be everything from this weekend that I picked up. This is a mess.
It's a lot of stuff. Not your biggest haul, but not your smallest haul.
Stuff is expensive, that's why.
Yeah, you got quantity, or you got quality over quantity this time.
Yeah, there's some expensive stuff here and there.
Now we get to have fun packing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to follow Grant McDonald on Twitter.